Hello and welcome, Gemini. I'm Adriana. I'm a soul guidance coach and I help you choose positive growth. I have a spiritual and intuitive message for you today about your journey this week. This is an inside and outside reading. I'm also using a brand new deck, so I'm very excited about this. The readings have been super powerful, so interested to see what comes for you. So we're going to start on the inside, Son of Arrows. And the Chariot. Okay, card to the right. The Magician. Gemini is going places this week. And the Justice on the other side. You know, this is strange. I'm feeling the Justice as a person more than just a specific energy. So, wondering what that's about. Okay, guides are saying to read this whole thing just together. But keep in mind, this is your inner world, this is your outer world. All right, so we have a lot of intellectual cards in the outside world, a lot of ideas that we're thinking of. But you have one force that's pulling you forward saying, yes, let's do it, let's try it, let's write a new script for the new thing that we're going to do. This is the fulfillment of desires. It's also, I love all this ink up here. There's an inkwell with a quill and a little paper. So it's the idea of writing your own destiny, that there's an idea or a concept or a desire that really wants to be fulfilled. And this magician can't wait to help you put it into action. It also signifies that whatever's going on in your outside world, it feels like there's everything there. You've got everything there, everything in place to move this ship forward, get this show on the road. You've got all of that present. And I also feel I'm really drawn to this water here on either side. There's a flow that it's ordered. You know, there's a certain order to this whole card, even the way this sky goes. So everything is kind of flowing in one direction, or flowing in a way that makes sense. We'll get to your inside world in a second. This justice on the outside is tempering. Well, hang on a second. How should I do this? Okay. This justice on the outside is kind of like the voice of reason. It might be your Jiminy Cricket conscious, or it might be, more of that person in your life that asks you to be a little realistic at times, that says, hang on a second, let's slow down and think about this. Can we actually do this? There's a little bit of that more earthward grounding kind of energy that says, hang on, is this actually reasonable? To you, it may feel like your enthusiasm is getting dampened down. This person or this energy is acting in your best interest, asking you to make a more balanced judgment. What's so interesting is, like, if you look at these, if I turn the card sideways, do you see how it's the same with the wings? So in order to move forward, we've got to get everything in balance. We need to make sure that everything is happening in the correct way, unfolding in a way that makes sense, that's not detracting too much or taking on too much. It's just in perfect balance and perfect harmony. So while this might feel like a little bit of rain on your parade, it's really in your best interest, because this thing is ready to take flight. I'm sorry, Gemini, I'm not laughing at you. These cards just really crack me up because they're so whimsical. They're kind of funny, but you'll see in a second. Okay, so we've got the Son of Arrows, which is the son of Prince of Swords, and then we have the Chariot. Now, there is kind of a haphazard, good, well-natured, but a little bit of kind of, I mean this very, very lovingly, there's kind of a bumbling kind of energy. Almost like you're gonna fall down. You know, babies are trying to learn how to walk and they're falling down every 2 seconds. It's kind of that energy. Like, I'm gonna get up and try it, I'm falling down. I'm gonna get up and try it, I'm falling down. And it's kind of comical. So, on the outside, it looks like we've got this force moving us forward, everything's in order. But on the inside, there's a little bit of this funny, chaotic kind of energy that's not quite consolidated, that's not quite put together. I've also got in my head when little girls play dress up and they do their own makeup, and their lips are up here, or they've got the shoes are too big and they're kind of clonking around, and it's incredibly endearing, but it's also just funny, or those times when you want to look put together, you should look put together, and you don't. You've got one ponytail going over here, and you've got your water bottle over here, you've got some strange stains on your pants here, and the shirt has, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of like we're a little discombobulated on the inside. The Son of Arrows is a good indication that you're going the right way, but he learns a lot through trial and error. So you're finding yourself kind of going forward and backing up, going forward and backing up, where you try something and it didn't quite work, so you try something else and it didn't quite work. So you're not using your mind to think this through, you're more just using your actions over and over. Now the Chariot, we've got a similar thing. Now the camera's sort of focusing. We've got a lot of disparate elements going on. We have not a mockingbird, come on, magpie. There's a magpie sitting at the top. We've got these strange curtains in the back. We have two different birds pulling this, and this one's upside down. You see how there's like different elements. They're all trying to move forward in the same way, but they're all kind of like, how in the world are they staying together? Okay, now that's why we come to this force here, which to me feels like a father energy. So it might not literally be your father, but it's that grounding, practical energy that says, wait a second, let's get all the ducks in a row. Let's maybe straighten out these guys so they're both flying upright, okay? Let's maybe pin these down with a little bit more than just ribbon so this thing doesn't fly apart. This justice energy is wanting you to make your plan more watertight, okay? Rather than going through the trial and error. And if you're not ready to do that yet, that's okay. Just don't try to push forward as the magician yet, okay? Just understand that you're still working things out. You're still trying to figure out all these kinks. You haven't really honed in efficiently on exactly what you want. The Justice card is an austere card. All the black and white, because there's no wiggle room. You can't say that 2 pounds is roughly equivalent to 2.5 pounds because the weights go like this. There's no room for error. It has to be precise. So when you have your plans in order, there can't be any extra bits that are unclear or fuzzy or not well thought out, or just extraneous. There can't be anything extraneous. We're looking for that streamlined, can't find it, streamlined perfect plan. That's just, once it's in motion and everything is going to flow. Okay, so this is a little bit of the idea of getting your ducks in a row. But understand that on the inside, you may be more chaotic and a bit more than what you're letting on into the outside world. But understand that that's okay. Don't try to push forward before this is all resolved. Okay? All right, Gemini, thanks so much. This was fun. I really am loving this new deck, and I'd love to know what you think too, especially if you are a long watcher of this channel or a short watcher of this channel. I would also really love to work with you if you're looking to go deeper at this point, or just check in energetically with what your system's doing. You can find information on intuitive readings as well as soul guidance coaching in the website listed in the description below. It's soulguidancewithadriana.com, the name of this channel. So I will look forward to seeing you here next week, Gemini. Have a good one.